Welcome, fans and collectors. This is Marvel and DC 379 with my very first Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure review. And today we'll be looking at Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Onslaught. So before I begin, I'd like to say that the whole body is from the Captain America wave, but the head is from Kitty Pryde from the X-Men wave. The reason being is that this figure was originally meant to be Red Onslaught. In that storyline, Red Skull stole the brain of Charles Xavier and absorbed his powers to become Red Onslaught. But Hasbro was really nice to include an extra Build-A-Figure piece with Kitty Pryde. In the X-Men wave, it's supposed to have Juggernaut pieces, but luckily Kitty Pryde came with an extra Build-A-Figure piece, which is very nice, very considerate of Hasbro. I'm really glad they did that. And as I said before, this is my very first Build-A-Figure review. As I said, I almost never complete Build-A-Figures from Marvel Legends. Not saying that I don't want to, it's just that I never have the time or could find the pieces, but luckily I found all the pieces. So let's begin. For those who don't know who Onslaught is, he's a psychic energy being created from the mindsets of Charles Xavier and Magneto. So basically a love child between those two. A psychic love child. But a very cool figure, a very cool character. My second favorite X-Men villain next to Apocalypse. Okay, so let's take a look at the head sculpt. It's very nice, very menacing, very Magneto-esque, since he is part of Magneto. You know, the little slit on the helmet, it reminds me of a Mandalorian helmet from Star Wars, especially that it kind of forms a T, and the black reminds me of a visor. I like that. I like the blue painted eyes and the purple paint around the visor. Nicely done head sculpt, you know, because most of this isn't really painted, it's just molded in red and purple plastic. But what I absolutely love is the detail. Just look at that. All the segments, all the sculpting is just gorgeous. The purple gems, the little sculpted lines, just everything. The pecs, the abs, the legs, just look at it. It's just really amazing. The torso piece and the shoulder armor came from Mockingbird. As I said, the head came from Kitty Pryde, since, you know, this was originally meant to be Red Onslaught, and Taskmaster is in the Captain America wave, and he has the Red Skull head, but, you know, I have more interest in completing Onslaught. I still want Taskmaster, but I'm not going to do anything with the Build-A-Figure piece with, you know, Red Skull. The back piece is from Captain America. The legs, the arms and legs, I don't remember which corresponding figures they came with, but I do know they're from the Captain America wave. Size comparison, and this is a really big figure that I have to back up to show the whole size. Just let me show you how tall it is. It's like exactly 8 inches at the top of his head. To give you a size comparison, here's one of the figures from the Captain America wave, Whirlwind, and I will review him soon. And he just towers over him. Just look at that. Really tall figure. Articulation, ball jointed head, but it's pretty hindered by the collar piece on his neck. Hinged shoulders, but it's hindered by the shoulder armor. Swivel bicep, single jointed elbow, swivel wrist, hinged torso, so it can make an ab crunch. Universal hip joints, upper leg swivel, double hinged knees, and hinged ankles. So the articulation, it's very good, but the posability is pretty limited because, you know, some of the pieces of armor like the collar and the shoulder armor hinders the articulation, but you can do what you can do with the poses. So I definitely recommend, you know, getting Onslaught. You can find all the pieces and get the Kitty Pryde figure just for the head. But if you don't have the patience to do so, you can buy it on eBay. But, you know, completed Build-A-Figures are pretty expensive, so it's totally up to you. Onslaught's one of my favorite X-Men villains, my second favorite behind Apocalypse, and I'm just glad to finish this figure. I have that complete satisfactory sense of accomplishment finding all the pieces and building him, because it feels like puzzles that just go together. That's why I love Build-A-Figures. So I definitely recommend this figure, especially if you love the character or love any good Build-A-Figure. So this has been it for my review on Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure Onslaught. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, Excelsior, true believers!